Germany is at a political crossroads. The far right is surging, the ruling coalition is weak, and CDU is seemingly cozying up to anti-migrant rhetoric. And AfD? Well, they are not just rising in polls, they are normalizing policies that could wreck Germany's economy, social stability, and democracy. They want the voters to believe that they're looking out for everyday Germans. Meanwhile, their actual policies would do the exact opposite. So, what's the solution and how can we push back? Well, I'm here to hopefully help you out. In this video, I'll break down what each party stands for, the key issues in the elections like migration, economy, or climate, and how to vote strategically to push back the far right and secure a progressive future. Because let's be real, this election might be the most important one Germany has had in years. For a lot of progressive voters that want to offset the right-wing influence, the Greens seem to be the most pragmatic option. After all, they have a very well-balanced program that targets the climate change, aims to improve the German economy with digitalization and investments in infrastructure. They are supportive of businesses while at the same time taking care of the middle class as well. But of course not to the extent of Die Linke. Finally, they are bound to have a strong influence in the next coalition government, which sets them apart from Die Linke, for example. As for SPD, a lot of people are disappointed in this party due to their indecisiveness, even though they clearly still have a lot of support and would still be better than, for example, CDU with Friedrich Merz. And of course, there's Die Linke with truly leftist policies. The problem here is the risk of them not passing the 5% threshold. However, in the last elections, despite not passing the threshold, they still got into the parliament due to the direct mandate vote. Being in Bundestag, they could become an important pillar for leftist voices. And I didn't mention them in this video, but there are so many smaller parties like Volt that could align way better with your individual views on politics. But let's answer the main question here. How to vote to make a difference and counter the right-wing forces. So how the voting system works is we have two votes. The first one is the Direktmandat, where you vote for a candidate in your district. And the second vote, or the Zweitstimme, decides how many seats a party gets in the Bundestag. It's the more important vote. Based on this, let's say your district has a strong left-wing candidate, then you should definitely vote for them in the first vote. In the second vote, you can go for the party that can actually influence the next coalition. For example, you could vote for the Greens if you align with their values, since they are very likely to have a strong influence in the next coalition. Overall, if you want a strong, progressive, and a well-balanced force, then go for the Greens as the pragmatic choice. If you want a more radical choice and you're ready to gamble in terms of the 5% threshold, then you could go for Die Linke or other smaller parties like Volt.